To all of the people who love to focus on a certain organization to justify the genocide of the Palestinian people, please explain to me what the hell is happening in the West Bank and why all year Israeli settlers have run around the West Bank with impunity, committing pogroms and just cold-blooded murders against Palestinians. Because in the West Bank, they're governed by the Palestinian Authority, an organization which has compromised all of its values and has effectively become a tool of the Israeli state to oppress Palestinians. So why the hell are Israeli settlers running freely there and doing whatever they want? Please explain this to me, because I simply cannot see this as anything more than a part of Israel's plan to ethnically cleanse all of the Palestinians who live in historic Palestine that will not accept Israeli oppression as the status quo. I've been reporting on the actions of extremist Israeli settlers in the West Bank all year. You can go back onto my profile to find documentation of pogroms, lynchings, murders done by extremist Israeli settlers. And also, they have a government minister named Itamar Ben-Gvir, who himself is a convicted terrorist. However, he has been handing out guns to civilians in the West Bank. He's been giving guns to extremist terrorists. If you don't understand what is wrong with this, then I don't know what to say to you, because this crumbles any argument about, oh, well, Israel's trying to deal with a certain organization and blah, 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 because ultimately, Israel is a violent settler colonial state. There is no explanation for what they're doing in the West Bank other than this, because they're ethnically cleansing communities at a faster rate than ever. However, already this year, they were already doing this stuff. So there is no excuse, there is no explanation, and this is why I unequivocally support the Palestinian people, because ultimately, Israel is a genocidal, fascist, settler colonial state. And all of these things like ethnic cleansing, murder, genocide, all of these things are part and parcel of Israel's settler colonial state. I mean, if you read any settler colonial literature, you will find that what defines a settler colony, according to Patrick Wolf, is the logic of elimination. This idea that the native must be eliminated. And this doesn't always have to be through directly murdering them or killing them. It's about destroying them as an independent people who have a say with what happens in your land and turning them into a defeated people who cannot do anything. And this is exactly what Israel has been seeking to do ever since it was created in 1948. To all of the people who like to pretend that Israel is carrying out this surgical military operation to destroy a certain organization, to you I say one thing, which is that you are a propagandist for a genocidal settler colonial regime. You have cultivated a platform online and then you have actively used it to justify the genocide of the Palestinian people. You will have seen so many people doing this who orientalize the violence of the Palestinians by calling it savage, brutal, irredeemable, and whatever the hell, whilst they have nothing to say about Israel's violence. Because the root cause of this all relates to the state of Israel. You simply cannot expand into another people's land and subjugate them, enforce apartheid upon them, and murder them, and not expect blowback. This isn't a justification, but rather an explanation of why peace in Palestine feels impossible, because Israel is a genocidal settler colony.